Ladies and gentlemen, what came first, the spider or the Spider-Man? For this is a Fred Delian Productions podcast.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
I was going to say, what came first, the spider or the spider sack?
The spider sack.
Oh, got some thinking to do now.
Yeah. Cue the music, please.
I don't know what we're yelling about! We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Kind of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it some style?
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway.
Whoa, we're gonna have company! Loud noises!
Hello.
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 I'm Kendall Richardson.
I'm a Fulya and
And I'm Royal Pine Fresh. I'm Michael Lister.
And you and I are experiencing a podcast called Fred.
Yes, experiencing it through the mediums of a Monday because holiday yesterday, especially for me.
Yes. Happy Father's Day,
Father's
Mom.
Day.
Yes,
Did you get spoiled? Was it a good day?
I did. I got breakfast in bed, even though I'm a very early bird person and I got up before anyone else. And then my wife says, "It's like I'm making you breakfast. Have a shower and get back into bed." It's like, okay. It's like, okay. And then I didn't really have breakfast in bed. I came out on the table because I don't like crumbs in the bed.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And coincidentally, that is one of my Father's Day gifts. I got
Car freshener.
a car freshener.
Very nice.
Lovely.
Because my daughter at work, at school, has like a little stall thing that she has.
I miss
Ah.
those.
Yeah, and she got one of them because she knows my favorite color is green and I smell.
She knows you like pine trees.
I like pine trees. I don't like the needles.
No.
I like pine. I like treated pine.
You know what they should do?
What should
Is
they
that
do?
because for some reason every time I hear pine, I think of Back to the Future. So there should be like a twin pines air freshener or like a lone pine air freshener to get with the continuity there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is the first timeline where it's just singular.
Yeah.
No, second timeline.
Yeah, second timeline. First timeline is twin pines, and then it's
Yes.
lone pine. Yeah.
Lone pine.
Lone pine. Well, we're glad it was a good day for you. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a good
Anyway.
time. Anyway,
Back to the podcast.
onto the podcast. Onto the podcast. Fulya, it's weekly
Yes.
watchings time. What have you been watching?
So I'm still I kind of my anime watching has calmed down. I relaxed a bit. But not without saying that last week I did a full rewatch of 2 seasons of Kami-sama Kiss, which is one of my favorite animes. I've already seen this once before, and I wanted to see it again because I wasn't sure if I didn't remember me watching season 2. Apparently I did though, because I remembered the episodes that came through. So I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Okay, I have seen season 2. Cool. But that's okay. It was a great watch. I binged it through in the last week. And I still love it. It still holds up for me. It's a rom-com again, but with some fantasy involved. It is about a girl by the name of Nanami. She's a high school student, but unfortunately she's had some family issues and now she's left homeless. And she needed to find a place to live. She came across a shrine that looked a little abandoned, but she became the land god, as the title is, to this shrine. and she ends up falling in love with one of the what do you call them? With a yokai. Essentially, she falls in love with the yokai. And the yokai himself, and his name is Tomoe. He is a very stunning looking character, very handsome. He's had a bit of a violent past, but he ends up being the land gods. What do you call them? Like they have to work for the land god and do whatever they command of them. And so, yeah, it's one of those things where he doesn't like doing that. But the thing is, he's another land god before Nanami was the one that he was following, and he ended up running away, essentially. Said, hey, I'll be back later, and never came back to the shrine after 20 years. So, yeah, Nanami was not looked upon very favorably when she just rocked up. Not to mention the fact that she's quite useless. The poor girl. But that doesn't stop her from at least trying to be a good land god. So she does her best, and then a little bit of electricity happens between her and Tomoe, and other things happen that are very supernatural and fantasy based. And yeah, it's really good. It's a good time. I really like it. It's one of my favorites. It's definitely worth watch. Another rewatch I did was for a Disney Pixar film, because I just felt like watching something, and more of one of the recent Pixar films. I ended up rewatching Luca, because I just felt like watching Luca.
Nice.
Yeah, just needed a little bit of comfort food, kind of an animated movie, and it was going to be a Pixar film. I was trying to figure out which one I really wanted to watch and what I felt like at the time. Not to mention the fact that I ended up watching it at like 10 p.m. in the evening on Friday. I was like, I feel like watching something. I don't really want to go to bed right now. So let me watch Luca. That'll do. And it still holds up. It's still very awesome. And I love how colorful it is, and the message behind it all, and and Silencio Bruno.
Oh, I forgot about that.
One of my favorite quotes from the movie. But keeping to Disney and Disney Plus, so the rest of the stuff that I've watched is also on Disney Plus. I watched a movie that I never knew existed, and this is thanks to one of my carpool gaming team members, because I ended up doing one of those Patreon exclusive podcasts with him, and we talked about underrated Disney movies, like Disney animated movies, and that could also include Pixar, which is where I ended up watching Luca, because not a lot of people really talked about Luca. It was one of those movies that kind of came out during the pandemic, and I think it went like straight to streaming, unfortunately, at the time. So we had that kind of conversation, and he brought up a movie that I did not know existed, and it is The Great Mouse Detective.
Basil.
You've just discovered a gem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit.
You two know about it. I did not.
Yeah. I remember watching Basil back in back when I was a wee lass. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, one of those movies that never really came across my screen, unfortunately.
Better late
when I
than
was a kid.
never.
Yeah, but I watched it. Watching it as an adult is a little bit interesting. A lot of dark elements to this movie, though. The villain being a rat, even though he doesn't like being called a rat. Yeah. The voice was great. I love the voice acting in that movie. But I think what swayed me more is the fact that it's a Sherlock Holmes story in the
Yeah.
form of mice. It's really cute. So I did enjoy it. It was good. Definitely not something I heard about. If it weren't for Seth, I probably would not have come across this at all or even looked into it, to be honest. So I'm glad I finally got around to watching it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good fun. And the last thing I want to mention is, it's on Disney Plus. It's a small little show, not animated. And I decided that I had some time before the podcast tonight, and I thought, you know what, let me just chuck something on. Let me flick through some of these ones. Pretty sure you two have been talking about quite a bit of this as well, and I was like, let me just see what this is all about. And then I found out that these were half-an-hour episodes. I'm like, oh, I've got half an hour, cool, done. I watched the first episode of The Bear.
Hey.
Let's go.
You got me into another show.
Mike, we're on a track record right now.
Slowly,
We're on fire.
Slowly breaking me out of my shell.
Oh,
Well, it is
I'm
comedy.
so happy. I mean,
Is it though? Is it though? That first episode was a rough ride for half an hour.
It's dark. Yeah,
Oh.
it's dark, but there's the comedic moments are fantastic. Some of the best written, snappy dialogue and filmmaking and editing I've seen on television. Like, holy fuck!
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, that first episode was intense, to say the least. I did not expect to just jump straight into, and the first opening scene is literally him and a bear, just to make it obvious. The bear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Which was interesting because I heard growling. I saw a cage. He was creeping up to it. He opens it up and he's talking to it. I'm like, for a second, I thought, is this a tiger? And then, wait, hold on a second. The show's called The Bear. It's probably a bear.
Bears, lions, tigers, bears. Oh my.
They're all predators.
Oh my.
But yes, I watched the first episode of The Bear. This is probably going to be one of those shows where I'm not going to be binging it just because of how
That's fair.
harsh some of the topics are in this. That first episode, just like the fact that they're a rowdy bunch of people working in this kitchen, this commercial kitchen. It looks like it's a family-owned business. The cousin, holy crap, I did not expect to see. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Fantastic Four.
Evan Mosbacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did not expect to see him pop up. He's a douchebag in this show. What an asshole.
But Fulya, he has probably the best character arc in the show. I'm not,
Okay, all right.
I'm not going to tell you what happens, obviously, but you will hate him, but then you will love him.
Then I will love him. Okay.
It's going to be great. But he is such a fucking prick in the beginning.
Oh my goodness.
The yelling, the snapping.
This is my house.
Yeah.
Like, screw you and your bloody house, all right? Let the guy do his thing. He's doing something good. He's trying to help. Oh, boy. Yeah. No, look. I went into this. I love the way that they do, like, a lot of the shots, like the framing of a lot of the scenes, especially when they're doing cutaways during, like, a cooking process, like just the cinematography of this show is pretty cool. I'm really, really liking that aspect of the show, at least. And then they show close-ups of food being prepped and chopped and cooked and braised and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, damn it, I just ate dinner. You're making me hungry again. And apparently he makes the bestest sandwich ever. So, but Mr. Cousin doesn't want anything changed, and he wants him to make the goddamn spaghetti. But yeah, The bear. I'll see how I go.
Savor it. Savor it.
Nice.
One episode at a time.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I've been watching.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing very
You're
much.
welcome.
That was excellent. Love that. It's such a good variety. It's
Mm.
awesome. Mike, what about you? What have you been watching this week?
Yes. Well, continuing my Critical Role campaign 2, it's getting very interesting. There was a big thing happened and everything changed, and that'll be interesting on how they're going to portray that. But Ashley Johnson had the sort of problem that she had in the first campaign, that she was actually filming a show at the same time, so she wasn't there for majority of the time, and it's sort of the same in campaign 2. So, but now she's back. She's doing her thing, and they're running through like her storyline, her character's storyline, and that's quite interesting as well. So, yeah, I can't really add too much because it's all spoilers, but it'll be a very interesting on how on all the, if they put in like little like subtle hints of what happens in the campaign, because this is also the campaign where Laura Bailey was pregnant, so maybe there's going to be a little thing about that, because there was a section where her, who's married to Travis Willingham as well, were on maternity leave, so luckily the DM decided to say, they got captured, and you have to go find them for about a couple of weeks. So that's going to be interesting, and how they handle that. Yeah, that's cool. Been watching the new season of South Park as well, because they sort of do bi-weekly episodes at the moment. It's sort of up in the air, and the 4th one came out. That was a lot of fun. I knew of like Labubu's, the sort of creatures. I don't know them.
Those ugly baby dolls.
Yeah, they make fun of them, where kids are trying to get the rarest one, and one kid on a TikTok does an unboxing, and then with the unboxing, they say, now we can do the ritual, and then they draw a pentagram on the ground, and then they summon Satan.
With
They
a
kill a
Labubu.
chicken. They kill a chicken, drink its blood, vomits blood on the Labubu, and then Satan comes. So.
That's gross.
Yeah, so South Park doing what it does best. So that's a bit of fun, and yeah, just a story of just the Labubus.
Labubus.
Make fun of them. It's alongside with the Chip Pokemon as well, where they make fun of Pokemon.
I remember Chin Pokemon. Yeah, that was funny.
So they make fun of everything. So I'm
They
happy.
sure do.
But also this week, new episodes of Beavis and Butthead are out.
Oh,
as well.
true. Yeah.
So me and the wife, we love watching them because they're big stupid fun, and just watching these idiots just try and live life and be cool and just failing, which is so much fun.
I am the great Cornholio. I need
It's
TV
great.
for my cornhole.
Yeah, it's been a weird year of watching South Park, new South Park, new Beavis and Butthead, new King of the Hill.
Yeah. Unreal.
I mean, I always champion of watching something new, but sometimes you need some comfort, and they haven't really changed, which is good. What else? I think that's mostly me done, except one of my days off, I said, "Oh, what can I watch?" Because all cut up with everything. I went back to One Piece,
Oh, you did you?
and I watched 9 episodes in a day. So I've
Well done.
completely finished the arc of Alabastus.
Alabaster's done. You're out of there.
Alabastus done. Crocodile's been defeated. Spoilers.
Yep.
Come on. We all know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm in the middle of some filler episodes. So the last one I
Yes.
watched is Sanji teaching a boy who's in the Marine's kitchen making curry. Do you remember?
No, I do not.
It's like a couple of episodes back. I know
Only
you're
a
up to, like,
couple.
200.
I'm at 203.
203. I'm up to 134.
Cool.
So I'm catching up. I'm catching up.
Slowly.
Even though very slowly. So I've done my quota. Yeah. What else? Yes, me and the wife we've finished also Psycho, because she hasn't really seen Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho like all the way through, and because it came in the mail, because I didn't have it bought on Blu-ray from JB, not the plug, but there you go. And yeah, that was a bit of fun. It was a version that hasn't seen was the original theatrical release of it, and all the other ones have been edited for like stuff for TV and that. So there's one. I couldn't really recognize anything that's new except for one shot where that Norman Bates was peeping on Janet Leigh, and there was one shot where she was taking off her bra. I thought, oh, that's a bit risque for the 60s. so that was a bit of fun. And yeah, we're almost all ready for Monster, the Ed Gaines of it all. So that's going to be fun. And we might watch Hitchcock as well, because we like that movie with Anthony Hopkins as Alfred Hitchcock doing Psycho. So yeah, might watch that as well. But that's basically it. So what about you, Kendall? What have you been watching? I will mention watch Peacemaker, but I don't know if you're up to date on that.
No, I'm up to date now.
Okay, I watched Peacemaker, and I have a theory, and it's very slowly becoming true.
Okay.
About the dimension that we're having a look at.
Yes.
Mm.
Have you mentioned the theory yet, or you haven't? Because I wasn't up to date last week.
Yeah.
No.
And I might be right, and I don't want to spoil it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You can disclose or not disclose. Keep it close to the vest.
I'm thinking I will mention that I'm thinking it's probably going to be Peacemaker's dad is all loving and loves his boys, but he's still a white supremacist.
Right.
And in this universe, I think maybe Hitler won. Because I was watching it, and in the especially when he's driving the peace the peace mobile, the peace, what was it, the peace copter, that one,
The peace bike.
yeah, the peace bike, and all the people going, yay, I love you, yay, and when he was thwarting the terrorist attack.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a new age person now, and I get to see that when you're casting for like background extras, you get to notice a couple of things that people sort of overlook. There's a lot of white people in this new universe.
I'm trying to think if I saw anyone at Argus or at the DMV. That was, yeah, okay.
If you really watch it,
Oh, Mike.
it's very white.
Oh, Mike, I hope you're not right, because but I also kind of want you to be right, because I feel like that's kind of good, because there's got to be something
Yeah,
that gets Peacemaker back in his own reality. There's got to be something.
You know, a leopard never changes its spots.
No.
Because you got to think, it's like it's too good to be true.
Yeah, it is.
And of course, Chris is the sort of person who's like, that's why I'm thinking, maybe. What's her face? Not Hardcourt. Never mind.
Adebayo, no.
Adebayo, yes.
Yeah.
Because next week's is he's running from Argus in the other dimension, and having conversations with Adebayo, and maybe he just escapes to the other world, and maybe Argus, maybe she follows him, and all of a sudden, there's a lot of white people here. Ever seen Get Out?
Oh man. Yeah, I think you might be right. I feel like James Gunn would do something like that in this kind of show. Like,
I just want to see a cameo of GI Robot.
oh please, please! I need a live action GI Robot. Please make it happen.
Oh boy, Nazis.
Fucking hell. Can you like at James Gunn on some kind of social media platform? Just be like, is this what it is? Because it should be this. You gotta do this.
In Gunn we trust.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and
For sure.
and it would follow along the lines of of nature versus nurture, and therefore he has to say, okay, my family's pieces of shit, and I need to go. And it also fits well with Hardcourt in this new universe, looking very trad wifey in a way.
Right.
Very, very well to do, but looking like the Selected Brethren in a way. So, yeah, I think that's probably the long lines. As well as there's going to be huge cameos. So I'm expecting Nazi Superman. Maybe Cornsweat's going to be. Oh no, because you can. I can picture it now. And yes, Fulya, it's required viewing because this is setting up for probably what we're going to be talking about in the nerdy news too. So anyway, sorry. What have you been watching, Kendall?
Well, Peacemaker. Peacemaker, yes, was really good. I caught up and I watched episodes 2 and 3 of the new season. Eagly is the goat.
Is the eagle?
He's the eagle.
I was going to say eagle.
Yes, he's the greatest of all time. Yes, just clarifying. Yeah, so Eagly's great. We love Eagly, and I was really, really worried for half a second that when at the end of episode 3, when Chris came back into his world, walked in the bedroom and saw the devastation that, something was going to happen to Eagly, or even in episode 2, I was like, he's slow-mo badass walking back into the house. Something's going to happen. Thank God it didn't. But that slow-mo badass walk was great. Yeah, but no, I'm loving what the show's doing. It's probably my favorite thing that I'm watching at the moment, week on week. It's just a fantastic show. And I really love what they're doing with this alternate universe. And God bless you, Joel Kinnaman. Who knew he had weird, jealous, nerdy boyfriend in his on his roster of characters? Oh man, that was fucking excellent. Yeah, no, it's great, and fucking Tim Meadows, bird blindness. It was a duck. He said it was a duck. Why would I call an eagle a duck? Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, it's fun. The comedy is top tier. It's just great, and then just the really interesting things that they're doing, and balancing the hardcore that we know versus the hardcore that Chris is getting to know, who has not been through all the trauma that the one that we know has. And just that complex relationship, and it's just a fun show. The music is great, and the fight scenes are great. The opening credits are starting to grow on me after 3 weeks. Because it was a bit to adjust, but no, they're good. But yeah, I love Peacemaker. It's great. I can't wait to see where it's going. And yeah, Mike, I think you're pretty good, so you're probably onto something. I swear to God. The more I think about it, the more convinced I become. What else? Yeah, I guess I'll just keep it on TV shows. I watched Alien Earth this week as well. It was a flashback episode. And it was basically just, let's make an Alien, like the first Alien movie, but as a TV episode. And yeah, it was really good. Huh?
I'm not up to date with it.
That's fine. I'm not. I didn't spoil shit. I won't say much more than that. But it was cool. I continue to enjoy that show as well and what they're doing with it. So Mike, you need to catch up. When you get the
But
chance.
they're an hour long.
I know they're long episodes. Yeah, longer than Peacemaker for sure. It's hard. And this episode was over an hour, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But anyway, it was good. It was really good.
I had to catch up on my Peacemaker because Fulya made me feel bad.
What did I do?
You mean One Piece?
Yeah, One Piece.
I didn't do it to make you feel bad. Jeez. What you feel is your thing.
I feel my feelings, yes.
Nice. Yes. Feel those feelings. And then I finished Wednesday season 2. They dropped the second half of season 2. So finally got to see the Lady Gaga cameo, which was a lot of fun. I love watching her act. She's just a great performer. And it's just cool to see. It's just really cool to see a triple threat, triple quadruple threat, whatever she is, but she does it well. Like, she's not just a great singer songwriter. She's also a great actress as well. And so, I mean, she doesn't have much to do other than be, a little sinister and creepy and stuff. And she's done that on American Horror Story before, so she won a Golden Globe for that. But no, that was cool. Second half definitely better than the first half, I will say. I really wish they hadn't released these in 2 halves. I'm annoyed that they did that. Because it just... I feel like I might have had a better season if they dropped... A, dropped it all at once, and B, wrote it and plotted it out in a way where it was one thing and not 2 separate things. I mean, like, when you watch the second half, you see that it's still, everything that happened in the first half is still connected too. So it's not like 2 distinctly separate parts, but they do kind of wrap up one of the big subplots of season 2, part 1 at the end of part 1. but then it ties into what happens in part 2, so it continues on, and it just like it's fine, like it's cool. Like there were some really great things. They did a body swap episode with where Wednesday and Enid switched bodies, and to see Jenna Ortega let loose and be chipper and perky and funny and just crazy, screaming all over the place, it was awesome. And yeah, that, like, she nailed it. And then by the same token, seeing Emma Myers do the very steely, stoic Wednesday, but with colorful hair and clothes and whatnot, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. So if you like the first season and you're on the fence about continuing, it's definitely worth continuing. I think you'll get a kick out of it. They're doing some interesting things, and it's a great looking show, and so there's definitely a season 3, I feel, coming. I don't know. I think they've confirmed it.
Yeah,
already.
I think they have.
Yeah, but they're very much set up for a season 3. So that's interesting and exciting. And the last thing I'll mention that I watched, getting ready for Tron Ares, me and the boyfriend sat down and watched the first Tron and then Tron Legacy. One night. We did them over 2 nights. And I enjoyed them. I'm excited to see what Tron Ares is going to bring to the story, because Jeff Bridges is going to be in this one as well, and he's in the first 2, obviously. But yeah, seeing the way they did the computer generated effects in 1982, with the gaming world, the grid world, and the light cycles and everything, and it looks really cool. Like, it looks really dated, obviously, but I think it looks really, really cool. And then my partner told me one funny thing that I didn't realize. Apparently, it was disqualified from the visual effects Oscar because at that time they didn't recognize computer effects. They thought that was cheating. So visual effects was practical effects back then, I think. Now it's obviously changed, but
Like it should.
Yeah.
bring back.
But I just thought that was so funny because I feel like no other, at the time Tron came out, the original Tron, there's no other movie looked like that. But anyway, Tron Legacy was cool. It probably had a better story. Like, the first Tron movie's fine. It has like a, very basic story and plot, so it's easy to follow, and stuff. But no, Tron Legacy was cool because they obviously have updated technology with it being filmed like 30 years later. Came out in like 2011. Daft Punk did the soundtrack, and it's so good. They even make a cameo in the movie too, which was fun. But no, it was cool just to see the way they, the way the world looked in it with a modern computer effects on it, and interesting stuff. So, but they did have a version of Jeff Bridges in that movie. His character de-aged, and this is before we saw RDJ de-aged in Civil War. This is like 5 years before that. So he looks like a video game character, like early video game character of like just the uncanny valley is the most uncanny it's ever been, and it just
kind of fitting for a
and there are a little bit in a way, but it takes you out of the movie slightly because like everyone else looks like a real human, and then it's just him, and there's a lot of close-ups of his face, and it's just like, guys, come on, can we not? Angles, shadows, use them.
Money is the nothing in the chick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what the first Tron made me think of that too. Like, some of the computer effects in the first Tron reminded me of the Money for Nothing video.
Get
as
some
well,
polygons, for God's sake.
Super iconic. But yeah, so bring on Tron Ares in a few weeks. Looking forward to seeing that. And hopefully it's as good or better than the last 2. We'll see. All right. That's the weekly watchings done, which means it's time for the week that was in the nerdy news.
This is the news in nerdy news. The nerds that talk about the nerdy news. That is us who talk about the news that is nerdy. And now the queen of nerdydom, the hostess with mostest, Kendall Richardson. Take it away, Kendall.
It's nerdy news time. And kicking things off this week, of course, we've got to talk about, speaking of James Gunn and DC, Man of Tomorrow. This is going to be the follow-up Superman film. He said it's not going to strictly be a sequel per se to Superman, but it's so they're kind of calling it more of a follow-up. But yeah, there was some cool imagery we saw on social media this week. James Gunn, David Corenswet, and Nicholas Hoult all posted different versions of Superman and Lex. Together, James Gunn posted a really cool image of Lex in, I believe it's like a anti-Superman suit. And then Superman's got a screwdriver and he's like leaning up against him. So like, are they going to be buddies? Yeah, it's exactly
Buddy cop movie.
Buddy cops with Kal-El and Lex. Who knows? Considering where the things ended off, I'm keen to see what this character development is, because goddamn. But yeah, so that artwork was done by comic book artist Jim Lee. So that was pretty cool. And then Jorge Jimenez, I probably butchered the pronunciation, apologies. He's an artist that drew some stuff for David Corenswet to share, and it's a bit more of an action pose of the two of them, but they're still side by side, fighting together. And then Nicholas Holt's image was drawn by Mitch Gerads, apologies again on pronunciation. That one is completely hostile. That one is Superman and Lex fighting against each other. So and I like that, because you know why? Because it's Lex posting it. So like, from Superman's point of view, they're on the team, but from Lex's point of view, Superman's still the enemy. So that's kind of how I'm cryptically reading that as a nerd fan. But anyway, so I guess it's, you know, good to know that obviously David Corenswet and Nicholas Hoult are clearly returning, which is, you know, feels like a given anyway. But yeah, Man of Tomorrow is coming out on the 9th of July, 2027. So we only have to wait another just under 2 years for the next Superman installment. So that's really, really good. Really promising, considering we've got Supergirl next year and they're working on Brave and the Bold and all that other stuff. And there'll be a second season of Creature Commandos, because everyone keeps forgetting about Creature Commandos, which is annoying, because I saw, it's literally this one article I was reading about. It's like, just 2 years after DC Universe Kickstarter Superman. Like, no, it was Creature Commandos. Get your facts straight. This is Creature Commandos Erasure. That show was awesome. Anyway, I'm excited for Man of Tomorrow. Fully, are you excited for Man of Tomorrow? You keen to continue your journey into the DCU?
I am. Calm down. I am looking forward to seeing a sequel to the Superman film. Man of Tomorrow sounds very cool. I'm looking forward to it. I did enjoy Superman. That kind of kicked off my kind of like clean slate of jumping into the DCU. So yeah, I'm all for it. James Gunn still at the helm, which is really cool. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Nice. What about you, Mike? You excited for this?
Oh yeah, always am. And yeah, people were speculating that they're probably going to team up, because for the ultimate big bad. People are expecting either Darkseid, but it's probably too early for that. Maybe Brainiac, probably doing some Brainiac stuff. But I did have to look of what Lex Luthor's mother's name, and it's Lillian, so we're safe. So the reason that they're not going to be teaming up is because their name's not Martha. So that's it.
We
Can
won't
we
have
just
to worry
become
about
best
that.
friends? Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
I like the fact that they're not calling it Superman 2. I think it's just going to be a continuation and a story that takes place after it. So it's in the same universe. It's more to do with the story of the universe and not necessarily individual characters. Like, Superman got his own movie. Supergirl's getting her own movie. Superwoman. And, yeah, there's still going to be the Lanterns movie coming out as well. So
Lanterns TV series on HBO
TV
Max.
TV series, yeah. So that's going to be in there somewhere. Yeah, and a lot of people are speculating of maybe the ending for Peacemaker season 2 is probably going to set that up of what's going to happen. Maybe we're going to see like Brainiac. Maybe, I don't know. It's going to be crazy because James Gunn has hinted there's going to be a big cameo in the last episode.
Oh.
And people are speculating maybe it's Corn Sweat, maybe it's Lex Luthor getting out of jail. Don't know. But I'm very excited. Looking forward to 2027.
Hell yeah. Mark the calendars. All right. Next bit of news. We're looking at the first of 2 gaming adaptations to talk about in the news this week. Street Fighter fans are losing their minds right now.
Whoop,
Hadouken. Because they just announced the complete cast list for the upcoming live action reboot, readaptation, if you will. It has already been adapted to live action a couple of times in the past, most famously in 1994 with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Kylie Minogue and Raul Julia. But here we are in 2025, but this is coming out next year, 2026.
This lineup is insane.
It's insane. It's an insane lineup. It's great. They're filming it here in Australia, which is really cool as well. I'm not sure if it's being filmed in Sydney or the Gold Coast, but
like the original.
Either or. Yeah, the original was filmed here too. Yeah, exactly.
How about that?
How about that? They also filmed Mortal Kombat here too. So
yeah, Mortal Kombat. What's going on?
Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
We get all the fighting movies.
We get all the fighting. Yeah.
Tekken. Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers.
Did they film that stupid Dragon Ball Z movie here? I don't know if they did. Dragon Ball Evolution. No. Maybe we shouldn't evoke that movie right now. Let's talk about Street Fighter. I'm not going to list out the entire cast because it's a lot of names and I only know half of them. But some highlights include, there's a couple of wrestlers in here from WWE. You've got Roman Reigns is going to be playing Akuma, and Cody Rhodes will be Guile. You've also got some comedians like Eric Andre as Don Sauvage and Kyle Mooney as Marvin. A couple of musicians in here. Orville Peck is playing Vega. 50 Cent is going to play Balrog. Interesting name there. But a couple of my favorite castings. I mean, I haven't seen much of his stuff, but Noah Centineo is playing Ken Masters, and he's a pretty good actor. And then, of course, you've got I lost his name. Where is it? Oh, Jason Momoa is in this. He's going to be playing Blanca. So that's pretty cool. But, of course, I got to shout out our fave, David Desmalchin, is M. Bison. And I love how when they announced all these names, they had the 8-bit, 16-bit design, graphic design.
Yep.
And it had like the world map, and you've got your a live action version of the character next to the animated game version, and it looks really really cool. So and seeing David side by side with M Bison tickled me a bit because I can kind of see exactly sort of the direction they're probably going to take as far as he's going to look. I don't think he's going to beef up to the extreme, but he'll definitely have rock the mustache and the cap, I reckon, quite well. But yeah, I haven't really engaged with Street Fighter much. I have seen the original film. I remember watching it late night on TV on like Channel 10 or Channel 7 or something. And going, oh, Kylie Minogue's kicking ass. Nice. But yeah, this is a pretty great cast, very stacked. I hope the movie's good. Considering, gaming adaptations are definitely on the uptick these days. So hopefully
They're
it
doing
turns
well.
out well. They are doing well. They are doing well. So Street Fighter will be released by Paramount at the end of next year, October 16. So we've got just over a year to wait now. So yeah, Fulya, I feel like you're excited about this movie. Tell me your thoughts. Tell us your thoughts on Street Fighter.
So I kind of grew up on playing the Street Fighter games back in the day. I don't really play them nowadays, more so, but especially the more sort of 3D sort of versions of the games. Although I have tried out Street Fighter 6, which is the most recent one. Like I've played the demo for it. It's actually pretty good. I do like my fighting games. And this cast announcement is crazy. There's it's just seeing all these, names that I recognize, and they're going to be playing specific characters from the game itself, and it's going to be interesting. I'm wondering whether or not they're going to live up to what Mortal Kombat has become, because Mortal Kombat is its own fighting game beast, and then the way that they decided to go about doing the movies was really interesting. I think Street Fighter is probably going to be a lot tamer compared to Mortal Kombat. It's not going to be as gory, I will say, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get a lot of good fight battles and action sequences, and that is what I'm really looking forward to, seeing these people, these characters come to life in a live action form, and have their battles maybe in places that the game has also set up, like having the background in certain cities around the world, and that would be pretty cool. I'm just curious to know where this particular where the story is going to go, like what is going to be the story for this, because Street Fighter, they do have their every fighting game does have their kind of like story campaign, and that's usually a solo player thing. You play through it by yourself, you're playing against NPCs, and there is this overarching stories within them, but a lot of the times people are playing these Street Fighter and all these other fighting games mostly in a multiplayer sort of a co-op form. They're always playing with someone, just for the fun of it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, especially with where this story is going to go. Are they going to do a Mortal Kombat style of, this is a universe now, so you're going to have to, you'll have to be part of this fight club or whatever it is. And so yeah, it'll be interesting, and just overall, I am very much looking forward to it. I reckon it's going to be good fun.
Yeah. I hope they kind of take it down like a campy sort of a route, like sort of similar to Mortal Kombat. Like don't take it too seriously. Understand what you're
just
doing.
Just have fun with it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I think it's got to be fun, right? It's got to be fun.
Yeah.
Especially with a cast like this too.
Oh yeah.
Mike, what about you? Are you interested in the Street Fighter film next year?
I've never played the game, but I know of it. And I haven't seen the Street Fighter movie either. I just know through basic people talking about it online and stuff. And I know Hadouken. and I would just be happy if someone would just beats up a car, and that's it. And I know that. I think they'll probably follow it along the lines of being more colourful than Mortal Kombat, because you got a great big green guy, so I think they'll probably follow it. I think they're going to have a bit more fun at this, because people know it's from Street Fighter, and even in the original, like I've only seen like glimpses of it. It's very blue versus red and red versus blue sort of thing. So I reckon it's just going to be that, and go to like the different countries where they fight. It's going to be good, and if you're going to hire a bunch of comedians, surely it's going to be a bit more tongue in cheek than
I think so.
than ultimate serious. And pound cake.
Pound cake.
I want some pound cake. That's all I know. Is Eagle Raptor going, "Hey Ryu, you want some pound cake? I want some pound cake." That's all.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to watch this like going in blind, because I don't know anything. I think it was like America versus Russia or something. I don't know. Or non-disclosed country.
Well, that's M. Bison, so.
Well, there you go. There you go.
I'm wondering how Blanca's going to be. Like, is he going to be just a full, always green character, or like or is he going to be? He morphs from being a human look to the monster look. I don't know.
Now, I want Jason Momoa painted from head to toe green
with orange hair.
Yeah, we're doing Mystique in original.
Oh,
X-Men.
okay.
Like he has to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, I know. For the makeup, jeez.
For the makeup, wearing a loincloth.
That's gonna be hilarious. I'm actually more curious to see how well the wrestlers do. Like, I know the their roles in wrestling is acting with a lot of
How dare you? It's real.
with a lot of wrestling performance. But I'm wondering, because I've never really seen these particular wrestlers in a more of an acting sort of foray, in like on screen for like TV and movie. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I know that Cody Rhodes is a bit of a character himself, so we'll see. And 50 Cent as Balrog is hilarious.
I just love that it's called Balrog.
Balrog, yeah.
Curious to see what a Balrog in Street Fighter looks like.
Oh,
it's not Lord of the Rings.
No, I know. But they would have taken it from Lord anyway. I have tunnel vision, okay?
Watching One Piece, we get introduced to Nico Robin. And my little one is going, "Robin from Batman." It's like, there's more than one Robin.
He's not the only Robin.
She's not the only Robin.
She's not the only Robin. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me.
She's definitely a she.
Yeah, she's definitely she.
She's going to be in the next season of the live action.
Probably at the end. I think, not to go off topic, but I think that's part of season 3. I think they did back to back, so they can actually catch up to do that.
Get it out quicker.
Yeah. Cool.
All right,
that's
let's yes.
So when's that coming out? Next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, October 2026. And our last bit of news is the second of 2 gaming adaptations, except this one's going to be a series. Life is Strange. Very popular game / games. I think there's 2 of them.
There's more than 2.
There's more than 2. Well, you would know. You've played them. Thank you. There's more than 2. I mean, I haven't played them myself, but yeah, apparently after the first game came out and how well it was received, they did announce intentions to make it into a series back in 2016. So this has been in gestation for a long time. But at last, Amazon Prime Video have decided they're going to take on the reins and adapt this, co-producing with Square Enix, which is good. And the blurb about the show reads that it's going to follow a character named Max, who is a photography student who discovers she can rewind time while saving the life of her childhood best friend Chloe. As she struggles to understand this new skill, the pair investigate the mysterious disappearance of a fellow student, uncovering a dark side to their town that will ultimately force them to make an impossible life or death choice that will impact them forever. That sounds really cool. I'm pretty sure the game's also a sort of a choose your own adventure style. Is that right, Fulia?
It is.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting for adapting it into a show, given how well, or should I say, not well, the Until Dawn movie went down earlier this year. Considering that was a choose your own adventure game, I'm still going to watch it. Apparently, it's bad, but I'll check it out. I played that game. Oh, look at me
So
go.
bad it's good.
But yeah, no, this sounds really cool. And I remember, yourself fully, you talked about this game a lot before and what it means to you. And, I've got another friend of mine who raves about it as well. So this is definitely a show I'm going to watch just based on what you guys have said about it. And the premise sounds really cool. And, yeah. So with, Amazon making it, it'll have a good budget behind it too. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what it'll bring, but I'm more excited to hear Fulia's reaction on this. How are you feeling about this? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you both? What's the go?
I think this could actually turn out to be like a really good TV show, to be honest. Given the surroundings, that they're essentially college students, and they live on campus essentially. Things happen, very supernatural kind of things. There's a lot of heavy topics that are involved in this particular game, including mental health, suicide. There's a lot of very triggering topics that happen in this particular game. Considering that it is also a choices matter game as well. The decisions you make in the game affects what happens to characters, like the NPCs in the game, and a lot of the decisions you make will have a consequence no matter what. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt that into the show itself, in terms of what decisions, because obviously you're not going to be able to make the choices for yourself. You're just going to watch whatever the writers have gone with. It'll be, yeah, I'm curious to know what pathways they'll take in terms of the decisions that are made in the game and how they unfold within the series itself. So it'll be up to the writing team to do their research and figure out what's going to be the best course of action for the TV show itself and what's going to work well for the screen. I loved playing this game, and it really kind of sparked my love for Choices Matter interactive visual novel style games. And I've played quite a few more after that. I haven't played many of the Life is Strange games. I've only played the first one and Life is Strange True Colors. I do have Life is Strange Double Exposure, which is the most recent game that came out, that is also based off of the character Max from the first game. However, this is more of a sequel where she's grown up and something else happens to her power, and it's her powers have evolved essentially. and it's got something to do with the photography aspect of it all. So I'm looking forward to playing Double Exposure, but I would recommend people play the first Life is Strange game if you are interested in finding out the story, and if you're curious about the type of choices that the character has to make. It's definitely worth checking out. I'm pretty sure if you don't have the game and you don't really have the time to play it, you might be able to find a playthrough for it on YouTube somewhere. So I would definitely recommend checking that out at least, just to get an idea of what to expect from the show itself in terms of its story. But whether or not they're going to go like, you know, word for word as in terms of what happens in the game, they might, I'm hoping they put in a little bit more of a creative spin with regards to the show itself, and, you know, put in their own kind of writing to it to tell the story, but hopefully it still stays true to the game itself. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope it actually does turn out well, because Amazon Prime has had some hits and misses. Like, it's cool that they're you know, that their hits with, especially with Fallout, the Fallout series, but then their miss of Halo. That Halo series did not do well. So yeah, look, I am looking forward to it. I need to see a cast announcement. I want to know who they're going to choose for the main protagonists of this particular show, and the other characters. But I also am very keen to find out, once they've started filming and all that, I'd like to see a trailer, because that's going to cement my excitement even more.
Excellent. Okay, good. Yes. No. Trailer always helps. Casting and trailer always helps. Yes. Soon. Mike, have you ever engaged with this IP before these games, and does the series interest you?
First question. I have not. I think there was quite a bit of rumblings when it first came out, and people were talking about it. I always get lost in those sort of games. Like, I like more narrative driven stuff. Like, I don't. Having after me, I'll probably have an anxiety attack if it's a choose one thing and it'll completely change your life. And I play games to get away from reality.
So the one thing I will mention, I probably forgot to mention this, Max's power, she rewinds time, right? So the choices you make, you can, if you find that it's didn't go well, you can rewind time and do it again. So there's that. There's that little feature. So that'll be interesting to see how they involve that aspect of it as well in the show.
Yeah. I've been having a look. If I were to get a copy of it, it would be on PlayStation 4. Because that's the one I've got. And I'm trying to figure out, what should I get?
What do you mean by what should you get?
Yeah, like the remake. The remaster collection.
I would probably recommend getting that remastered version, just because they're probably updated, like graphics and any bugs that they would have had from the last one. So
one that I can watch, play all of it.
Yeah. Oh no! If you get the remastered version, I'm pretty sure you'll be getting the whole game, because the way that they released it originally were by chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the remastered collection that came out in 2022 on PlayStation 4. That's good.
There you go.
So that's 1 and 2, except for Double Exposure, which is a 3.
That's Life is Strange 2 has nothing to do with Max.
Yeah.
So that's a completely different story.
Okay. So
yeah.
It will. Okay. It's confusing when you don't know anything about it.
You can ask me. It's fine.
Or which one should I get?
I bought it digitally, so I'd probably just go with whatever's on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah. I'm a physical dude. I like my physicals. I like to get physical.
Well, then get the remastered version then.
Alright, okay. There's a Before the Storm. Give me. I'm even looking at EB at the moment. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah. Not sure. Wait for a trailer. See how it goes. And if I dive into the game, maybe it's a maybe from me. There we go. That's my journey. I don't know anything about it. Cool. Female protagonist. It's always good. And an interesting power. So there you go. Cool. I'm cool. What about you, Kendall?
You're cool. I'm trying. That's the nerdy news. Which means it's time. It's time to roll up to the trailer park.
Yes, it is trailer park. Bop, bop, bop. Work, damn you.
Rolling up to the trailer park where we all park all the trailers. Yeah.
Yes, trailer park time. We're gonna kick things off with something that made me cry. This is the trailer for the upcoming documentary John Candy, I Like Me. Yeah, well, I think I don't know if I can speak for all of us, but we're probably all gonna watch this because it's just that it looks just that good, and you know, this is the life of a performer, a comedian, an actor that we all grew up watching, and you know, I didn't even know had passed by the time I started watching his stuff, you know, and then we get to sort of see the parts of his life that we didn't know about, or, you know, maybe people knew about, but I'm not really closely familiar with his story. But, you know, obviously there was some struggles with him. But just some of the haunting things in this trailer really got to me, like Hollywood not being a place for people pleasers. I am a people pleaser a lot of the time. Try to be, which is probably not a good thing. Yeah, and so just hearing stuff like that and hearing him being like, everyone loved him. He was a great guy. He was so funny, and just the amount of people in this trailer as well that are just, you know, there's so many icons and legends that worked alongside him, that were friends with him outside, like, you know, Bill Murray. Him in this just broke me a little bit too, because just, you know, just hearing, like, it's, you know, this was a friend that he lost, you know, it wasn't just a guy he worked with, like, this is a friend of his, and, you know, they're both Canadian, and yeah, and all of that. But yeah, it's going to be a heartfelt film. It's going to be warm and wonderful and funny and beautiful and moving and sad. It's just going to be, you know, it's going to be emotional. But Colin Hanks directed this. One of Tom Hanks's sons, who's also an actor, of course. And yeah, and I don't know if I've seen any of his other works, if he's done much directing. I'm really not sure about Colin, but, you know, I've seen him act quite a bit. He's very good. But yeah, good to see, you know, this piece of art being created to honor, you know, a comedy legend. And yeah, it's going to be a really good watch, I think. It's a great trailer, a really good trailer. So yeah, very well put together. Yeah, definitely going to be checking this out when it comes out. What about you, Fulya? What did you think of I Like Me?
Man, I cried during that trailer.
Yeah.
I was trying to hold it together, but then everybody was saying all these nice things, and then you hear and you see sort of John Candy doing his stuff, and oh man, like I also grew up watching a lot of movies that had John Candy in it. I would say probably my favorite was Cool Runnings. That's my absolute favorite movie with him. Um, this particular documentary is going to break me. I am going to be a blubbering mess. And but you know what? Like I need to also get my parents to watch this too, because I know that they also grew up watching a lot of John Candy films and they love his movies. They always get a good chuckle out of them. I need to watch more John Candy movies. I actually haven't seen that many. I've only seen him like pop up in some movies, you know, Home Alone. And what was the other one that I've watched with John Candy in it? That he's popped up. Like I need to watch Uncle Buck. I've never watched that like proper.
It's a good one.
Yeah. But like in terms of a lot of his films, like I want to go back into his filmography and watch more of his older stuff from like the 80s. Like I think Planes, Trains and Automobiles?
Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
Yeah. With Steve Martin, that one looks like it's a lot of fun. He's done a lot of voice acting roles as well. Like he was in the Rescuers Down Under, which I still have to watch. I have not watched that yet. But like, yeah, it's just sad to know that a lot of actors and just any artist in Hollywood that you find out, you know, they struggled in their life. And just anyone who is in Hollywood just struggles with mental health so bad. And the fact that they said that John Candy's very much the people pleaser. I'm like you, Kendall. I am also a people pleaser.
Yeah.
It's hard when you find out that not everybody's happy with things that you do. So like they expect so much from you.
Mm-hmm.
And considering that the amount of stuff that he's done, like I feel like that would have definitely, you know, gotten to him. So yeah, look, I just know that the moment I start watching, like if the trailer got me crying, this documentary is just gonna, yeah. I'm gonna be an emotional wreck.
Yeah, that's accurate for us all, I think. Thank you for sharing, Fulya. Mike, what about you? How did this trailer affect you?
I cried.
Yay! Group
We all
hug.
cried. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy on YouTube called Hats Off Entertainment, and he's done a lot of like John Candy stuff. So because he's a big John Candy fan and all that, so I know a little bit more about John Candy because of him, and and I like the fact that this is going to be interviewing like his peers, like at the time, like the Second City and all the Canadian crew and him getting sort of like bit parts in different movies. Like he was in the first Blues Brothers movie. He played the police captain in that. And the story of originally he was going to be in Ghostbusters, but but it didn't really work for him, so they gave it to Rick Moranis. So that's a bit of fun trivia. But probably my all-time favorite, like as an adult, but when I was a kid, it was definitely like Home Alone sort of stuff and Cool Runnings, yeah. But my all-time favorite is probably Planes, Trains and Automobiles. because and probably that's my favorite John Hughes movie as well. And that, and yeah, when he that scene where he says "I like me," like in the trailer, is actually from that movie, and that line and also that line delivery where he sort of like trips up as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you've seen the movie and you go back and watch it again and you see that scene again, that is pretty much the character's journey in that movie of just convincing people that I like me and all the stuff that he went through. So I won't spoil it here for you, but that is a good movie. It's funny. It's absolutely funny, as well as a bit of a heartwarming movie as well, because it's a Thanksgiving movie, but it's also trying to get home sort of movie for the holidays.
Yeah, I just found it on Disney Plus, so I've added it to my watch list.
You're in for a treat. I definitely enjoy that one, and it's sort of loosely a part. There's also another John Hughes movie called She's Having a Baby. It's actually sort of part of that movie too, because Kevin Bacon makes an appearance as his character in that, which is kind of weird. And him and Steve Martin's character is sort of fighting for a taxi with no line of dialogue, but it's the same character. So that's
cool.
That's
right. Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. So
someone telling me about that.
Yeah, and also John Candy and John Humes are good friends. So he asked, "Hey, can you get into Home Alone as well?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And also he does Uncle Buck as well, and Uncle Buck is a lot of fun as well. There's another John Hughes movie, and we get to see Macaulay Culkin for the first time in Uncle Buck as well as Home Alone, and it's kind of great that they interviewed him as well. So because I'm going to be a blubbering mess after this because he was gone before we knew about him.
Yeah,
kind of sad because 94. He's been gone for 30 years, but it's not good. Not good at all.
Sucks. It sucks, but there's so much to remember him. Remember him by. He did so much amazing work in such a short span of time. And the fact that it still holds up today, like I only watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles like not even a year ago. I think it's the first time I watched it, and it's fantastic. And they just don't make movies like that anymore. They don't make comedy like that anymore.
No, they really don't.
Really.
Now I'm just trying to see what other movies I can find on streaming services that I can watch. I do have the Blu-ray of Spaceballs that's waiting for me, and he plays a Mog.
Yes.
Barf.
A man and a dog.
That's going to be pretty sweet when the sequel comes out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try and watch as many John Candy movies as I can.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Great. So John Candy.
So when?
Yes. Thank you. John Candy, I Like Me will be on Amazon Prime Video on the 10th of October. So only a couple more weeks away.
A month away?
Yeah, a month away. So that's good. Cool. We know when we're crying.
Yep.
Next trailer.
Joke's on you. I cry all the time.
Curses. Next trailer.
That's my secret. I'm always
crying. Well played. Next trailer. This is for the latest adaptation of the classic novel Wuthering Heights. this is starring 2 Australians. We've got Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. And it looks interesting. So it's directed by Emerald Fennell, who did Saltburn. So I feel like that explains the horniness behind this. Full disclosure, I haven't really engaged with Wuthering Heights as a story. I don't know the story very well. I know it's sort of a gothic romance tale, and that the male character is named Heathcliff. I've forgotten the name of the female character. I could probably just look it up.
Catherine.
Catherine.
Yeah, it's Kate
Yeah.
Bush.
Kate Bush, yeah.
It's
I know,
me,
yeah.
Kathy, I've come home.
I know the song. Yes, thank you. But I've heard from a very good friend of mine that there's a version of this that was done a while ago with Tom Hardy as Heathcliff. That's supposed to be pretty great. So
Tom Hardy, you say?
Tom freaking Hardy.
Oh, this was back in, was it 2009? The Tom Hardy version is 2009.
Yeah, it's old. Yeah,
There's a few versions of
not
Wuthering
that
Heights. Wow.
Yes, that's what I mean. This is like the latest adaptation. Like it's been done a lot. I can't remember.
Wow, there's even a Japanese version from 1988.
Oh, really?
Insane.
It's Emily Bronte is the author. I couldn't remember if it was Emily or Charlotte because both the Bronte sisters wrote novels, but it's Emily Bronte wrote this one. But this is I think this is a really good teaser trailer, just in terms of it being a teaser trailer, because we talk a lot about the difference between teasers and trailers on this podcast, and too much versus not enough, and choosing what to show and not to show, and all of that stuff. And I think they do a really good job here of showing a lot, but none of it making any sense. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one that had no idea what the fuck's going on, except for Margot Robbie being extremely horny for Jacob Elordi. And then for some reason Charlie XCX is here as well, because why not?
Wow, the music's in it, so it makes sense.
He does the music.
Yeah.
I went, ooh, I like it.
Yeah. But no, I really loved what Emerald Fennell did with Promising Young Woman and with Saltburn. She's a very good director and writer. So I kind of like her stylized version here. Just like it kind of reminds me, and even the poster of the film. I don't know if you guys saw the poster of this, but it's giving very 80s pharmacy romance novel. Do you know what I mean? Like a fucking Jules and Boone sort of vibe.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that aesthetic. And then like the choice of font, like I love the fonts of the.
No joke. I'm looking at this poster and I'm like, this is straight off of a book cover. Like it looks
Legit.
so authentic.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like an oil
It's
painting.
cool. Yeah. I'm loving the aesthetic, and I'm curious about the vibe of the whole thing, and how it's going to pan out, because I know when they were filming this, there were people online were backlashing, I think, over the costumes. I think someone was saying that people online were saying the costumes weren't period accurate or something, and whatever. I mean, critique what you want to critique, but like I've said, Emerald Fennell has a certain stylistic sort of way of doing things, and I would
fiction.
And I would take it in with that. It's she's going for a certain vibe, so it's definitely there. So it was a good teaser, and I'm definitely gonna watch the Tom Hardy one before I watch this, but I definitely will be watching this because Aussies represent. So good to see that. Cool. I'm really curious to see what Fulya thought of this. Please tell me. Please tell us what you thought of Wuthering Heights.
I don't know if I don't know if I would needed to feel creeped out or aroused. Like I didn't know what to feel with this one.
Oh man, that's great.
Kind of gave me mixed emotions. Look, it looks a bit. I don't know what word to use here. Like it seems like it's going to this really dark place. To be honest, this the way that they've cut this trailer together, and apparently came out of the studios of The Substance. So I'm like, okay,
Yes.
so it's gonna be pretty creepy in some form. I'm not sure that I'm interested. uh
That's
like
fine.
honest, I love a romance. I really do. Like romance movies, period pieces, whether they're rom-coms or dramas, it like I'm okay with them. For whatever reason, this one is just striking that it's a bit weird string for me. So I am not 100% sure if I'm going to be watching this one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's fair.
It just seems so intense.
Yeah.
It looks really intense.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
If I do
Also-
watch it, I'm watching it by myself.
It's also I know. I feel like this should not be viewed in public, but I also feel like there's it's like ASMR core, like
Yeah.
the like sound, like the fucking
Yep.
Foley artists on this must have had an interesting time getting these sounds right.
They were probably loving it.
Yeah.
I
Michael.
will say,
Oh, go for it.
quickly,
Yes,
just quickly,
please.
the cinematography that's probably what makes it look so intense. Great
Yeah.
framing, the angles they choose to use, the lighting they choose to use. It really makes them like that trailer just affected me in multiple ways. Visually, it looks good. I'm not sure I've got the guts to watch it.
That's right. You can watch it and not tell anyone, Fulya.
Yeah,
It can
okay.
be your
My own little secret.
your little guilty pleasure. Thank you so much for that. That was great. Mike is the only man of the podcast. Does this movie interest you at all? What did you think of the trailer?
Here's the thing. I'm at a advantage because I've read the book.
Oh,
nice.
Because I studied Gothic literature and Romanticism in high school, as well as in acting as well. So, and doing period pieces and that. And I've read the book, and there is a lot of when you're doing like adaptations as well as descripting like romantic novels of the time, essentially they were a bit of the what are they called? 50 Shades of Grey of the time. Very, very like bawdy and
erotic.
Yeah, erotic, and yeah, is that sort of thing. But it's also gothic at the same time, and knowing that I know what's in this, and knowing that I've seen Saltburn, and the sort of mixture of the both, it's probably good that you're probably not going to watch this Fulya.
Oh boy.
But
I think it's right up your alley, Kendall.
Yeah, I feel like no, I haven't read Wuthering Heights. I do love Gothic literature though. I've never read this. I feel like I should, but I know I will enjoy this movie.
I think going blind.
Sure.
That would be.
You don't think I should watch anything else?
No.
Oh.
If you don't know anything, I think with the trailer alone, of what you took from it, I think keep it
Just leave it.
But there's more to the story.
Yeah. Okay.
Than what is partaking in this because it's over like 200 years old, like 250 years old. This book. So it's been adapted to death. So trying to find something new about it, it's always interesting. But I think just going balls to the wall, like doing sort of like the sort of aesthetic that they had in Saltburn, and doing it in like this sort of period piece, and I think people who are complaining that it's like, oh, the dresses aren't historically accurate, is like, shut up. It's a fiction. You can do whatever the fuck you want, as well as it doesn't go by the rules because, you know, it's atmospheric. It's what you have. Like a good example is Moulin Rouge, where the only way, because the can and the girls lifting up their dresses and seeing all the frilly bits is very tame to a modern audience. I mean, come on, we've got porn basically running around. So what can you do? It's like, okay, it's the way you shoot it, as well as it's like these bright, pretty colors as well, and just way you film it is very erotic and closes up, and you can actually see the beads of sweat going down, like drunk old men's faces are getting all woo, you know, wooing and all that. And I think the way they're filming this is going to be very atmospheric as well. So
visually stimulating.
Very stimulating. And I think on that note, Fulya, if you watch it and if you like the cinematography, I think you probably get a lot out of it. But it might be a bit full on. So sure, watch it by yourself. But watch it with the lights on.
Okay. If I go down that road, we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, should you watch Saltburn to prepare yourself for this?
I'm good. I don't need to watch that.
Okay. Kendall, you've seen Saltburn, I think.
I have, yes. I've seen Saltburn twice. Did I see it twice or once? I can't remember. But I saw it at the movies.
Yeah.
And yep, that was I saw some things in a room full of people that I never thought I'd see. And it was great. It was great. Barry Keoghan is just the best.
And apparently Emerald Fennell, Fennell?
Emerald Fennell.
Emerald Fennell. British.
Yes.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Apparently she's mentioned when she was doing press for Saltburn, a lot of inspiration that she had for that film was from Wuthering Heights and sort of aspects from that novel. So
gotta say, Jacob Elordi is also in Saltburn.
He is.
Yes.
He is. He kind of plays the guy. He's the fixation of the main character, basically. Yeah, interesting. It's a good movie. It's a good story. It's very funny and dark and weird, but it's good. Yeah.
It's new. It's different. It's unusual. It's what we
indeed.
So when is this coming out that we're all going to see collectively, but by ourselves?
Together but alone? Wuthering Heights is going to be in cinemas next year on the 12th of February. So just in time for Valentine's Day.
Woo!
Should I watch it with my wife?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows? All right. From one kind of romance to another, our last trailer this week is for a film called Die, My Love. This is starring two actors that I really adore, Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. And this was another good trailer in terms of it being more of a teaser and showing us a lot and being kind of interesting to me at least. And but then just going off the rails and being like, what's happening? What's going on? Yeah. So kind of, I just basically just getting the vibe that they're playing this couple that are super in love with each other, and then things just fall apart and in the most destructive of ways. And I don't know if they're trying to kill each other, maybe, or I don't know what. Yeah, it looks weird, but it got a lot of really good reviews out of the Cannes Film Festival and everywhere else it's played so far in the festival circuit. And there's early Oscar buzz for Jennifer and Robert. And Robert Pattinson has not yet been nominated for an Oscar, which feels like a crime at this point, considering how many amazing performances he's given so far. But yeah, this could be it for him. Maybe, who knows? Yeah, I'm definitely watching this. I mean, I already knew I was watching this when I saw it was the two of them, and yes, is basically all you need from me on this one. But yeah, interesting teaser trailer. Yeah, really interesting. I kind of want another trailer to get more of an idea of what the story is, I think. But regardless, I'm checking this out. What did you think of Die My Love, Fulya?
This was more on the dark and creepy side compared to Wuthering Heights, and I'm not sure that this is for me. Even though it says it's going to be a dark comedy, and it's more of a thriller. There's a lot of chasing people with knives involved. Don't like it.
Chasing people with knives with love.
With love. Oh, lots of love.
Lots of love. Lots of love. Lots of blood. Lots of blood. Red ram.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be for me, so I think I'm going to skip this one. Just straight up.
Yep, no, that's cool, man.
I'm
that's
good.
Cool. I saw this and I was like, this isn't a Fulya trailer.
No, I'm good.
No, that's okay. Mike, what did you make of it?
Very different. Very polarizing. I do like Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. I think Robert Pattinson is worthy of an Oscar, but that awards is here nor there. And I've always said that if there's ever someone to play both Batman or the Joker, it would be him, because I think he can pull off both. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I've been trying to look up some stuff about it. Apparently, it's based on a Spanish novel, about a mother and a relationship and all that, and how it's very rocky. And it's like, oh, okay, it's going to be one of those sort of films. Bit sensitive, touchy issue. If you're in for that, cool. Probably be a hard watch for me, because I don't really like that. I mean, I can stomach I, Tonya, but it did sort of trigger me for a bit. So it's a don't know. I probably need another trailer just to key in the sort of subtle things, but I think at first glance probably not. But I think it will do gangbusters at the award shows if it's a character piece, especially with someone who's dealing with mental issues and trying to keep a relationship together. But here nor there. When is this coming out?
Yeah, so this one's coming out a little sooner. We're looking at a release date of the 6th of November for Die My Love.
Die, my love.
Die. All right. Trailer park is done, which means it's time for the moment,
Yes.
the section, the segment, the part, the place, the thing, the spot, the spidey sensory deprivation, no time of part of the show we like to call.
Twip, twip, popcorn culture.
Twip twip, indeed. Yes. Yes. It's time to discuss our thoughts on the last 2 episodes of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1. And those episodes are titled Hero or Menace and If This Be My Destiny. Yeah. Overall thoughts. Good episodes. Good episodes. I feel like my expectations were a bit high. Because certain things didn't really hit the way that I wanted them to, but as we see in the final episode, there is a heap of setup for season 2 that they drop on you in the last 5 minutes. Every character gets a little tease of this is where we're going with them. So there's a lot to look forward to, but in terms of finishing character arcs this season, I mean, on the whole, I think it stuck the landing. You know, for a first season of a show. Some unexpected twists and surprises with, you know, Doctor Strange showing back up at the end, but then it's like, no, this is the first time he shows up, not the second time. I love time travel. It's just the best. That was a really cool twist, you know. Spider or the Spider-Man. That never-ending loop. That was really kind of cool, and I think that added a really cool level to the origin stories of Spider-Man that we've seen over the years. But we'll talk about that in depth, I'm sure, later on. I'm also excited to talk to you guys about Lonnie, because I'm on the fence with where they ended up with Lonnie. I will say, but you know, things are potentially looking up for him. Potentially, we'll see. I don't know. He's still
Hard
up
to
in,
say.
hard to say. Hard to say at this point in time. I'm keen to get into it with you guys. But Fulya, what did you think overall? How these last 2 episodes went for you?
Yeah, no, they were both really good episodes. You know, finding out certain things about Oscorp and what Norman's up to and all that sort of stuff. So now this is where I ended up saying, God damn it. I knew it was too good to be true. Man, it doesn't matter. I kind of feel like I knew it was coming, but I didn't want to believe it. But that's okay. And yeah, and then just sort of seeing the things that sort of pan out with the, you know, with the 1/10 and the Scorpions, and you know, the fact that Nico is now okay with Peter being Spider-Man, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I'm like, it was good, but like you, Kendall, I was a little bit sort of, I don't know, I wasn't expecting much. Like, I didn't have as much of a high expectation with these 2 episodes, especially that last episode. But I was wondering if, you know, was that it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just kind of had that feeling of, I kind of wanted more. Like, this is how it all kind of turns out. But I like that they gave us that 5-minute kind of sizzle reel thing happening at the end with the rest of the characters, where it does set up the next season, especially with Nico.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun to see when that rolls around for season 2. You know, now that Peter's not going to be holding back any secrets with her, it's her turn to fess up what's going on with her.
Yeah, Miss Hypocrite. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, these 2 episodes were good. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more. That's all.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I was like,
Yeah.
is something wrong with me?
Yeah,
Kind
it just
of.
felt like I was like, there's something missing. Like, what?
And I don't know, because I was just having a realization. Like, I don't know if it's because, like, the last 2 episodes are pretty much just action set pieces the whole
Yeah,
time.
they are.
There's no story,
No.
really. Like, all the story's done, all the setup's done. Here's your climax. You know,
And
big
then the
bad
villain
fight.
arc begins.
Yeah, you know. So I guess that might have something to do with it. I don't know. But,
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
Interesting. Okay, Mike, we're up to date with you finally.
Yes.
No more spoilers needed to be hidden. So we can now fully discuss everything. So rewatching this, and then your first time experience, now that you can tell us, how did the ending of season 1 stick with you? Did you like it, or are you similar to us and a bit on the fence of how it went down?
After for the second watching, I did forget a lot of the setup for second season, and I think because they were developing both first and second season at the same time, so there would be a lot of like leeway and bridges leading to other things within the story. But I think I found that the overarching thing was pretty much the origin of this particular Spider-Man, and where does it start? Who knows? Chicken and egg, Ouroboros, you know, snake eating its own tail. We're in a loop, motherfucker.
Yes.
And just having like Strange do some time stuff accidentally, but very interesting indeed. Yeah, you could say it was a bit of a okay. Are we continuing this? There's no real end point for the season for any character, except for maybe Peter, of finding out his own origin story was this. I thought maybe fine, but I thinking because it was more catered towards a younger demographic, I thought, this is what kids shows are. Really, it definitely reminded me of when I was watching the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, how their seasons ended with not necessarily a cut-off point. It was sort of more of a continuation to maybe next year they'll do something with these characters as well. So it's sort of a never-ending sort of thing. It's all right to feel a little bit of a letdown, but yeah. I can't really remember what was my feeling. I think I was too overwhelmed. It was like, oh, that's such a cool thing doing a circle, and I just completely forgot Lonnie and Nico and all the others. It's like, and then, oh yeah, Peter's dad's still alive and he's in jail.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
that was news to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy times. Anyway, well, let's maybe start with discussing some of Lonnie's story. His the way his arc sort of ended in this season. So yeah, he's definitely been a character we've all kind of really been drawn to, I think, and invested in, because he starts off being this really awesome kind of guy, like in every way, and you know, the ideal jock, I suppose, you know. And he's smart as well. Yeah, and then, you know, he makes a sacrifice for his kid brother and joins this gang, and then starts to descend into darkness, and it just kind of looks like he's taking on this tombstone persona, and he's headed in a direction that none of us wanted to see happen, but we kind of figured was inevitable, right? Like everything was kind of pointing in a certain way. And that's not to say that it's not going in that way still, because I don't think he's completely out of the woods yet, as we see. But I think, I don't know, there's still some hope there for him. But I think it's the hope that kind of confused me a little bit. Like, so episode 9 is basically, you know, the whole episode is really much the Scorpion showdown. And you know, Peter's fighting in his new suit, and the 110 versus the Scorpions gang, and all of this happening at the same time. And then yeah, just Lonnie being Tombstone, but still not like he's. I don't know if it's like he should be. Like he should be further down the dark path by this point, because he's still kind of not really there, and it kind of even seems like he's pulling back a bit, because he gets these powers from one of the things that was in Doc Ock's stash that they took away. And that doesn't really change. Like, it's good that it doesn't change anything, because, you know, it's such a cliche that we see, like, you know, certain characters get affected by certain things that give them their powers. It changes them psychologically as well as physically, mentally as well as physically, and they become, you know, either even a better person, or a lot of times, you know, it's the supervillain origin. They start to become even worse. But they didn't really do that with him. You know, he's just super strong, and that's cool. Like, I think it's an interesting direction to take with him. And then the fact that Big Don just bails, which I did not see coming.
The Big Don is a big chicken.
Yeah. That was a real shock, I will say. Like, for all his talk about, you know, 1/10, you know, strength together, and you know, this is family, and you're in this or I kill you, basically, mentality. And then it comes down to the wire, and Lonnie's looking to him for guidance. He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Whoa. I just did not expect that. That was a really interesting turn.
I think it might have just been the fact that his life was on the line, and the moment that his life must have flashed before his eyes when the Scorpion got him pinned down, and he was just like, nope, I'm done. I'm good. I'm out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I'm just a humble man. This is tech.
Yeah.
Tech enhanced people.
Yeah, but he didn't even get a chance to have any tech. Like, I would have been really curious to see what kind of abilities or what kind of technology he may have come into.
The 110 didn't even give him a chance.
No. It was insane. So yeah, and then just that whole went down, and then Lonnie sort of, you know, because, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like, Peter and Lonnie, you know, Lonnie doesn't know who Spider-Man really is, of course, but you know, they end up kind of teaming up to take down Scorpion, and that's, you know, the fighting is great. The action in this episode, in both episodes, is really, really good. It's very well animated, and it's very, you know, thoughtful in its execution. And, you know, for half a second, I thought when Spider-Man rocked up, we were going to get to see, oh, here it is. Here's what we've been building towards. Spider-Man having to step in and take out Lonnie, you know, take out his friend because he's gone too far, right? They didn't do that. They had them team up instead. And that's one of the big things that I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. Because it just feels like it's too good to be true. Like what you were saying about Norman Osborn, Fulya, it feels like that for me is this. This is too good to be true. I feel like this is the easy, just, I don't know. I mean, like, then again, it's like if they go the other way, that's the more cliched route. So maybe they're trying something different. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just felt like they were heading in a certain direction with him, and it just didn't go that way. But then, like, we see him. Doesn't he, like, the last time we see him, he drives off with his mates and he throws out his Letterman jacket, like,
Yep.
Forgetting his roots in school and his football.
He's moving forward.
He's moving forward. So yeah. So Tombstone may yet rear his evil head at some point. But I'm starting to think that's maybe less likely based on how Lonnie kind of responded to everything. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like Lonnie is like, I get where you're coming from, Kendall. The fact that he just seems a bit too nice.
Yeah,
he's got this humbleness to about him. He wants to make sure he protects his friends and his family, but the way that he goes about it, he doesn't do it in like a villainous kind of way. And in one way, I don't mind that. It means that we get to see more of Lonnie and his personality shine through a little bit more. And the fact that and especially when he stops Peter from beating the crap out of Scorpion, right? And told him to calm down and just stop, and like the guy's had enough punches to the face. That also shows that maybe we're not gonna see the Tombstone gang member that we were expecting. Maybe he really is gonna maybe turn it around, this whole gang thing, and make it better, like in a more protective way to look after the citizens of his community and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know. I feel like season 2 is going to tell us what's going to happen. And this is, again, it might be a too good to be true kind of scenario, but I'm hoping what I've just said is what happens. He continues to be the nice guy. But this time around, he's leading the gang rather than actually being one of the henchmen.
Yeah. Like, hopefully that's where he goes. Like, he's, now that he's sort of in charge and the boys are sort of looking up to him. Like, that's kind of his arc, I guess, is coming into this gang and then turning it around, right?
Yeah.
So there's that spin. So hopefully you're right, and he stays on the straight and narrow path.
I just hope that with his newfound powers, it doesn't go to his head.
That's
that's the worry.
That's
with
what
great
exactly
power
right.
Comes great respect.
Yes. Cool. Yeah. Great thoughts for you. I love it. Mike, how does Lonnie's story wrap up here for you in episode 9 here with his the choices he makes and the powers he gets and all of that?
Yeah, I think it's more to do with the slow burn of where his own story is going to go. Sure, you can read in the comics and there is a Tombstone character, but they can change the character to whatever they want. I mean, they change with every Spider-Man. All of them's a bit different in their origin, so you can do whatever you like really, and that's why I kind of like the sort of Norman Osborn as well, but we won't get into that quick. It's just an example that you can do whatever you want. Is he a good guy? We only know him as a bad guy, but is he a good guy in this particular universe? We don't know. And the same with Lonnie. You don't quite know where he's going to end up, but things stacked against him. Like he almost had it all. He was a good basketballer, a good footballer, gridiron. He was good at that, and schooling was hemorrhaging because he was more family orientated and wanted to look after his baby brother. But even even that has tension with him trying to protect him, and it's just trying to like protect his family. Also, he fell into this scenario that is not of his making, but now that he's top dog, he can't really. He feels an obligation to actually keep at it, because now he has the responsibility of this gang and wherever they go. And now he's got this power, so everyone looks up to him for respect, because great power comes great respect. And what does this mean for season 2? It's kind of good that we actually know there's going to be a season 2 and 3. So we can only look forward to where does his story go. Like, we don't have to know the end game. We just watch what his story is developing to be. Is he going to be the crime boss that he's going to be, or is he going to give it up and have more relationship with Pearl, or maybe that's going to be affected? And yeah, it's a more it is the more interesting story within this, because we know Peter's origin. It's been done to death, so we sort of latch on to something that's unfamiliar, but it's still intriguing. So I kind of get it may be a little bit of a letdown of nothing more definitive, but I kind of like the story still continues, and just like life, story still continues. You're not defined by like one snapshot of your life. You're still going, and he's slowly turning silver. So that's a thing to look forward to.
Oh, is that why his hand had like light blotches on it? Okay, is that what he looks like in the comics? He's a silver person.
As I said, not saying.
Okay,
but it's weird. Didn't you notice this stuff? It says, I've been playing with Mercury. So,
oh dear,
something's a brewing. Something.
Something's certainly brewing.
I'm just saying, it's not. When was he? Yeah, the story of Tombstone. Should I spoil it? Should spoil it. The story of the character of Tombstone was also in the first Spider-Verse movie.
Okay. Right.
So it isn't the first time. It isn't
We've
the first
seen
time
him.
we've seen Tombstone.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Well, things to look forward to. In that sense. Yeah. I guess I'm just trying to think where to go next, but I kind of just want to talk about Peter and the things that affect him in the ending of his story this season. With like I did like the moment where he just, but I also didn't, because so I don't know, I'm grappling with a lot with this show, apparently, because we get obviously the direction they were headed with the great responsibility, not great responsibility, but great respect. Whole thing was and Norman telling him, you're holding back. They're not going to hold back on you. You've got to exert your power that you have, your great power. And then he takes it too far against Scorpion, and then Lonnie talks him back. But like, I don't know. It was just, I don't know, it just fell kind of flat for me, because it was a little predictable. Like, I can't, like, that for me is something that I feel like should have been more of a slow burn. Like Peter going from hearing the great respect line, and then we get the next episode, he's all, I'm listening, Norman's voice is in my head, I'm gonna listen to that, and I'm gonna take it in the wrong direction. But he was given twisted advice. He wasn't given responsibility as something to take in. He was given something with different meaning. And then for it to come in the last episode of him sort of starting to see Norman's flaws and his power hungriness and all of that starting to come through, and then it's like, oh, that wasn't good advice, was it? I should have seen it, or I should have listened to, I shouldn't have, whatever. So so I don't know. I feel like that stuff sort of was just, I don't know why it's falling flat for me. I don't know why it's not working for me. It's just strange. I feel like it should be working a lot better than it is. But then Norman was kind of absent for a lot of the last 2 episodes anyway. I mean, we get the great scene of him going to visit Octavius in prison, which was really cool. Just to hear him villain monologue about, I've stolen all of your technology and now I own it, and suck a dick, I guess. That was good.
Suck
and
8
then
dicks.
suck all of my 8 dicks, yes. And yeah, and then and then he, as soon as we see how it all kind of comes together in the last episode with, this is what the internship was, this is what everyone was working on, and what it's actually been building towards. I don't know if that kind of came out of left field for me either. It kind of worked a bit better than some of the other stuff, just for that to be the plan all along sort of thing. But then for Norman just to be so... But I guess we got a taste of him being very power focused. There was that scene in one of the earlier episodes when Peter was in trouble and trying to talk to him, and then Norman's ignoring him because he's so laser focused on one thing. Something that he's kind of more I'm gonna focus on what I care about and what I think's worthy, and in this last episode that was opening the portal to space, and Peter just going, well, this isn't good. I don't I don't like this. Yeah. So I don't know, it's just I feel like I would have liked it to be dragged out a bit more in terms of maybe Peter gets to have a conversation with Norman that's a bit more I trusted you sort of thing, or I mean, we do get a little bit of that, don't we? He does say a bit of does he say I tried to do what you told me and I went too far? Is that a scene that happens? Yeah.
I think it was when they were on the phone to each other.
Yeah. Yes, that is a scene that happens. But but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it just kind of all went kaputs really quickly in the end. But I don't know. What about you, Fulya? What do you think? Do you agree with me on this as well, or do you think that the way kind of Peter coming to conclusions about Norman as quick as he sort of did, I guess. I mean, not quick, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but maybe quick in terms of these 2 episodes. I don't know. How did you think it kind of played out? Him trying Norman's advice and then realizing, oh, maybe that's not the way to go, sort of thing.
Yeah, look, I was hoping that he wouldn't go to that point, but the fact that he could feel that he wasn't winning against Scorpion in that battle, and the thought that went through his head was the last, one of the conversations he had with Norman about, if you need to stop holding back, you need to just let it all out and just let go of whatever it is, and use that to your advantage, to be able to gain that respect. And the fact that he was even thinking about going that far, the fact that he decided that the only way he was going to beat Scorpion is to go that far, had me a little worried as well. Because not only are they out on the streets having these battles, there's people out there watching them do it. And there are a lot of citizens in that community, in that city, that actually look up to Spider-Man. And the moment he decided to almost turn and go down to Scorpion's level, essentially. Like, I could see these people in the streets watching him in the background, and I thought, oh, this is not going to look great for Spider-Man. Like, this is not what everybody wants to see from Spider-Man. He's the person who doesn't kill anyone. He's just there to hold them up accountable, and just capture him for the police to deal with. He's not there to put down the justice hammer. So yeah, it was a little worrisome to see him go down that route in terms of the thinking of Norman. But it was good that Lonnie was his conscience, essentially, and sort of stopped him from going down that
Jiminy
path.
Cricket.
Essentially, yeah. And stopped him from going down that path, because if he had have gone through with it, he would have been a completely different person after that point. So I'm glad that they didn't go down there. And then the fact that he called Norman to tell him, hey, I tried your method and I didn't like it. It didn't work for me. I'm like, well, you don't need to tell him that. Just, do what you feel is right, essentially, is what Spider-Man should have done. He should have done what was right for him, and not getting advice from others about how to be stronger, essentially. Because he's strong as it is. He doesn't need anyone else's, advice. Norman Osborn's not Spider-Man. He doesn't know what Peter Parker's going through right now. He doesn't have those powers, although when I've drawing of the blood and experimenting with this other scooters, very unethical. Though it doesn't matter for Norman Osborn, he'll do whatever he wants.
When you're rich,
pretty much
you do anything.
So yeah, it was good to kind of see that all kind of play out. I'm just glad it didn't go down the dark path, essentially. That's where my sort of brain goes. Just the fact that he decided to talk to Norman about it. Like, I get it, he's there as like a mentor and a guide and all that sort of stuff, but I don't know, he didn't really need to mention it, I don't think.
No, I guess not. No. Mike, what did you think about Peter Parker here, and how his relationship with Norman seemed to kind of come to an end, I guess, and how he reacted to everything?
Yeah. It's still up in the air if Norman goes all the way Green Goblin or not. And I think there's there is cracks in the armor for that, and I think Peter's going, I can do it for myself, with the help of Harry, of course, and we'll probably talk about that later. I don't know. It's kind of like, I kind of like the sort of parallels that it has for Homecoming as well, where it is kind of like the ending where Peter decides, I'm Spider-Man, I'm going to be part of the Avengers, and then he says, no, I don't want to do this. I can go out for myself. It's a different mentality for it, and a different sort of coming to terms with that. Because Tony can give him anything. He can be his PA. He can be all this stuff, and the Tom Holland Spider-Man is going, going, nah, it's more to do with I could just be a simple neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't need to go like beyond the stratosphere, like coming to the Avengers core or anything like that. But with the Norman Osborn sort of relationship, it's more of the it's the ethical side of it. Of I need to have some sort of code when it comes to this, and he's sort of discovering his own sort of code when it comes to being a hero or coming to help people. He's still that neighborhood Spider-Man, but it's more to do with helping, but with a form of ethics when it comes to it. And in the comics, they do explain that Peter does pull his punches because he is that strong, and he can pretty much punch through a brick wall like anytime he wants. He's almost as strong as the Hulk, and you get to see that in Homecoming as well, where he's lifting up like the entire building on top of him. He's that strong, so he does have to pull his punches, or else he'll kill people. So he does have to find that sort of balance, and he couldn't really have that with Norman. Sure, he can give him the suit, he can give him anything, he can be the guy in the chair, but he has to. It's that thing that Peter Parker decides that he has to work alone, because otherwise, bad shit will happen. So I can't. So it's the same story, but been told differently, which I don't mind. I don't want it stretching too far from something unfamiliar, because I got other stuff to do than care about Peter Parker.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, yeah, in terms of the same story done differently, we touched on a little bit, but the whole Doctor Strange coming in here in the last episode, not coming through the portal, coming in to warn them not to open the portal, and then Norman completely just shutting him down, gaslighting the fuck out of him, being like, no, you're what's wrong. You bloody wizards and your bloody magic. No, you and the Avengers are causing mischief and blah blah blah. And I thought that was pretty funny to watch. Norman Osborn talk his way out of the situation. Yeah, and then obviously shit goes haywire when the portal's opened, and there's a venom like creature that comes through and looks familiar.
Symbiotic alien.
Yes, and then we get a fantastic. I love this fight scene. I loved seeing Spider-Man and Doctor Strange team up, and I really actually liked the fact that it wasn't weird and awkward like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange in their movies together, like in No Way Home and in Infinity War. Like they just seem to be more on not a level playing field, obviously, but like, I don't know, Doctor Strange didn't look down on Peter as much as he does in the MCU main timeline, I think. So I kind of appreciated that a lot. That was fun. But then, we get that whole exchange of like, you're the guy who destroyed my high school. And then he's like, I've literally never done that. And then of course we, and it's so funny because like at the end of episode 9, you get the, when they show you that they're working with Peter's blood and trying to create their own, Spider-Man basically. And you see the spider and I'm just thinking like, they just happened to find a spider that was the same species, looked the same as the one from episode 1.
I was thinking of that too.
It took me until like not the last second, but almost the last second to kind of for things to fall into place and go, oh,
Yep. Yep.
oh, yeah. So you're seeing as soon as they start showing the spider crawling around in the background while the fighting's going on and stuff. You're like, oh fuck, they are gonna go through, and it's gonna be Midtown High, and we're gonna see the spider. So I freaking love that as an origin story for Spider-Man, for Peter Parker. I think that's really cool, really clever. You've got some weird time travel stuff going on. It's a time loop situation. One can't exist without the other. And it's
What's
just
it called? Ordained destiny?
preordained.
Preordained destiny?
Yeah.
Like
Predetermined.
Like they can't make the spider without Peter's blood.
Yeah.
But the spider has to bite Peter to get to recapitulate.
That seems very Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, it's like the spider wouldn't be there without Peter, but then Peter wouldn't be there without spider. So it's like, how do you? Yeah, it's just this weird infinite loop of this is just how it happens.
Paradox.
I guess it's a paradox. Yeah. Yeah, I really loved it. I loved it.
It's grandfather paradox.
Yeah, is that what it is? Grandfather paradox? When you give birth to your own grandfather or whatever it is, that's the wrong words, but you know what I mean. Like
Futurama does it. You impregnate your grandmother.
You create your grandmother. Yeah, your grandmother or your mother, and then it cycles back around on itself. Yeah.
I am so confused.
Yeah.
Me. Okay. Example. It's not real because time travel's not real, or is it? Aha. I go back in time. I meet my grandmother. We have relations. That and my grandmother gives birth to my son, but my father. My father has relations with my mother to create me, so I can go back in time to impregnate my.
Yeah, it also works in the sense of killing the person. So this is what Google says: if a person traveled back in time and killed their own grandfather before their parent was conceived, they would never been born, meaning they couldn't have traveled back in time to commit the act. So that's like the reverse.
Yeah, that's the reverse.
Yeah,
I'm going by Futurama.
Futurama rules. Yeah,
and there's also a Doctor Who episode that I wish I could tell you, but it is a Peter Capaldi episode, and
damn,
involving the Doctor and Mozart.
Oh,
if you remember, Fulya, probably not.
Mozart,
no. The Doctor's. Can I just spoil it? It's really fun.
Just spoil it. I don't know when I'm going to watch it, so go on.
In order to understand grandfather paradox, the doctor explains that his favorite musician is Mozart, and he's got all his and he's memorized all his music, and he's starstruck. So he goes back in time to meet him for the first time, but there's no Mozart. So therefore, he has to write all the music for Mozart and become Mozart for Mozart to exist.
Oh, wow.
So the Doctor is Mozart.
That's cool. I can't wait to watch that. That's really cool. You know what it also made me think of? Loki did it. With Victor Timely. You remember his book of everything, and then like Miss Minutes made Renslayer go back and give it to the young Victor Timely, who would then go. Oh, but it was it was Thingo's what's his name? Ki Ho Kwan's character's name in Loki. I've forgotten it. He wrote the book,
Opie.
but then it was his book, and it was
Obi.
The book yeah, OB, yeah. So that's a grandfather paradox. Like the book wouldn't like the whole
Yep.
thing, the TVA wouldn't exist if everything hadn't happened for then Renslayer and Miss Minutes to travel back and then give him the handbook and then for it to filter through. So it's the same thing. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, Spider-Man would now have his powers if he didn't. Yeah.
Yep. No, I get it.
If
I
he
get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
If he didn't team up
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Norman
yeah.
Osborn, and
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, 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 yeah.
it hurts me. It hurts your brain, but it's fun.
Yeah.
What did you think of it, Fulia, though, when you were watching it? Did you like enjoy it, like seeing it play out, and did it make sense as you were watching it?
Yeah, so as I was watching it, I just was like trying to understand why Doctor Strange didn't remember doing any of that stuff. And then I thought to myself, maybe he was a different Doctor Strange from a different universe. You know, multiverse kind of rules. They must have remembered a different Doctor Strange. And that's why this particular Doctor Strange didn't know what the hell was going on when they mentioned all that. But then as things started playing out and the symbiotic alien came through the portal and they smashed Spider-Man through the wall to reveal all of the animals in the laboratory, and then to find this one particular spider that looked very familiar. I was like, hang on a second. Hold on. And then the moment Doctor Strange opened up that portal to then find themselves at Midtown High, and I'm like, oh shit, this is only just happening right now. That's why he doesn't remember. And then when Doctor Strange turns around, sees the Midtown High, he's like, oh, we're not supposed to be here. That was actually really cool, the way that the events sort of played out, and then just the way that my brain started clicking with everything coming into place, and all the puzzle pieces just fit, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. I get it. Okay, this only, even though we saw it in the first episode happening, now we're seeing it again, but we're seeing the back end of it all. Like the pre-roll to what happened to Peter. So that kind of blew my mind a little bit, and I enjoyed that. So it was good fun to watch. It did get a little intense though with that symbiotic alien. They're like, how powerful it was, and the fact that Doctor Strange was even having a hard time holding it back from coming back through the portal once they pushed it in. And to then finally have Spider-Man realize that he needs to be the one that closes the portal while Doctor Strange is holding the symbiotic alien in. This close. It was this close. It's so close.
Clench time.
So close. And all of the symbiotic alien would have been out of there, except a little slither of tentacle decided to be cut through. And the fact that we see a little bit of what might be happening when we got the little sizzle reel, and then they showed us the office with or the laboratory, I should say, with Norman Osborn walking through it, and then hearing the squelching of the movement of that little tentacle. I was like, oh no, this is not going to end well. Season 2 is going to be ramping up.
Raging up.
Raging and getting all symbiotic.
Yeah.
Peter's gonna get a black suit.
Oh, our symbiotic Spider-Man coming soon, or maybe it's a symbiotic Green Goblin. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be
the
interesting.
Black. So it's a
Anything's
black
possible.
goblin.
But yeah, no, just that whole. I think out of all of the things I saw from these last 2 episodes, I think that sequence was probably my favorite. How it all played out and all that sort of stuff. That was my favorite to watch.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, great. Yeah, it was very good. Mike, what did you think of the the paradox twist and the fight between the symbiote and Doctor Strange with Spider-Man?
I'm a Doctor Who fan, so I loved it. And it explains the entire series. I like, if we're going by parallel timelines to the MCU that we know, I like the fact that Osborn doesn't believe in magic, because all the events of Doctor Strange happened after Civil War, so it's around about that time of people don't know what magic is, and especially like tech people. And it's kind of fun watching this in hindsight after watching Ironheart, how they're sort of dealing with that technology and magic at the same time, and how they're sort of complementing each other, and it takes place like before that, so it's tech versus magic. So of course, Osborn is very dismissive to Sorcerer Supreme. It's like, oh yeah, pull a rabbit out of my hat. Only weirdos call themselves sorcerers, and that sort of thing. I kind of like that thing now. Yeah, and the overall like fight with the symbiote was fun, and then and everything was sort of falling into place, and yeah, it's like, oh okay, we're doing this, are we? Okay. You're a good TV show. Can't wait for what you do in the second season. It's got to be as good as this. Otherwise, I'm going, what's the point? Yeah, so symbiote is crawling around. Will we get a Venom? I'm trying to think of the rights if they can actually do that. But I think they can, because I think the television rights is different to the movie rights. And
right.
I think they can do it, so we could see a Venom, probably in the 3rd season. Don't know. Yeah, because Norman Osborn just like he doesn't really create anything. He just takes everything and just slaps on his brand. He's kind of like modern day tech guys. I mean, Elon Musk didn't invent Teslas. He just put his name on it, same as everything else. The only thing he's created was flamethrowers, and even that's an illegal thing to have. So yeah, I was actually quite happy with the sort of the misdirect, but also the sort of payoff is like, time travel. I like it, and the secret origin story of this Spider-Man, of it eating its own tail, and and anything after that sort of failed in comparison. That's why I forgot about Peter Parker's dad being alive. Oh well. And in jail, so he's got the Barry Allen thing. Yeah,
except is he in there because he's framed for killing
his wife?
Peter's mum, maybe. We'll find out. Yeah, let's.
I think he was thinking about it. You know that sort of photo that they were showing around of Osborn and Octavius, and when they were young and doing that. I think maybe Peter was actually in that photo. If we're going by Amazing Spider-Man, where he was also a scientist as well, so maybe he took the fall for something, but it was a secret something, and only May knows he's in jail.
Yeah,
it all takes place in season 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. let's just, I think, start to wrap up by just sort of touching on the little teasers for the future. We've already talked about Lonnie a bit, and then now we have the reveal of Peter's dad being alive and whatever that means. Fulia, you also mentioned the tease with Nico. We actually get to see her using her powers, her magic, through her amulet that she wears. I liked how she tried to actually use it when she was caught up in the middle of the Scorpion 110 fight. Yeah, and then I fully was expecting that to be the reveal of Peter finding out she's got powers, and then they didn't do that. So, but I'm glad that she's self-aware that she needs to tell him. But at least we get to see her, sitting in this circle and making an incantation, and then she's communing with her mum, which sounded really kind of bittersweet, of course, because her mum's not in the earthly plane. But yeah, I'm really excited to learn more about her character going forward. And then Harry Osborn starting his own company as well, which is really cool. And
The Web M Tech or something like that.
Yeah, something web something. It was web something, and then the web was an acronym for something else, and I've already forgotten what it was.
Yeah.
But I like that he's like, we get to see him sending out emails to all these people he wants to include, and then that one douchebag from the internship just like, yeah, it's just like, nah, I'm good where I am at Oscorp.
Yep.
So, so that's fine. So yeah, no, there's lots of interesting things, and then I think one of my other favorite shots of this episode, of the finale at least, was Doc Ock in his cell with all of his illustrations of
his drawing with his charcoal,
the octopus legs, the arms,
the robotic tentacles.
Yeah, the tentacles going off in all different directions with him standing in the center. I thought that was really clever.
That was good shot.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. Yeah, so there's lots to come. Fulia, what are you excited about for season 2?
I am very intrigued to learn more about Jean, who's known to be Finesse when she meets up with Daredevil.
Right. That's right, yes.
I was like, why is she with him right now? And then she dons the mask, and I'm like, oh, that's her little secret. Okay. Interesting.
It's all to do with secrets.
Everyone's got secrets. So it's nice to see the Daredevil's come back. He's probably going to have a bit more of a role in the next season, maybe. I feel like Finesse is probably going to be becoming more of a prominent character as well. It seems, considering, I think maybe not so much Daredevil. I think Finesse, because the way that their discussion went, where Daredevil wanted Finesse to, he said that make sure to look, keep an eye on him and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like he's just going to be more of a he's going to take a bit more of a back seat, but Finesse might be the one that's going to be keeping an eye on everything, and we'll see more of her. I've never heard of this character before, to be frank. When I was trying to figure out who this person was, I was trying to find the actor that played it, and then trying to figure out, okay, which character was it? Then I saw the name Finesse. I'm like, hold on, let me look this up, and then lo and behold, that's the character that popped up. And yeah, no, it's gonna be, I think that's the one thing that I'm actually quite interested in, to see how that all pans out, and what her role entails as this particular superhero. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see her come to light now. I'm also kind of interested in what's going to happen with Norman and that symbiotic piece of alien.
Yeah, that is a big question mark, isn't it?
Yeah, that concerns me very much. Considering his way of thinking and what we know now, it does concern me about what he might do with it. He's going to be doing some experiments. I know that for sure. And then kudos to Harry being on, Peter's side and just, taking on Nico's advice or suggestion, I should say, being like, yeah, I'll run a company. I'm rich enough. And so it was really nice. Yeah, it's really nice to see him do that, and we'll see how that goes. Considering, especially more so, just considering the fact that Peter decided that he's no longer going to be working with Oscorp. He doesn't want to intern there anymore because of what happened and the way that because of Norman's thinking. I like, from what we've seen in previous Spider-Man live action iterations of the films, and especially with the Tobey Maguire movies, at least from my perspective, Harry wasn't exactly the biggest fan of Spider-Man because of what he did to his dad. So, yeah. So in this scenario, he's a bit more, okay, I get it. I know you don't want to work for my dad anymore. Does that mean we're not going to be able to, see each other anymore and all that sort of stuff? And then that's when Nico gave the suggestion. I'm wondering what's going to happen there, whether they're going to, maybe it's a different take of a Harry Osborn, and it's he's more of a best friend to Peter, and they all kind of work together in a way, but that's also something that I'm curious about. So
Keep going as the Ned.
Yeah.
Ned in this universe.
Yeah.
The guy in the chair. He always wanted to be the guy in the chair.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So
The dude at the desk, isn't that what
the dude at the desk
he calls
yes.
it in this?
Yeah, the dude at the desk.
I thought that was a fun nod to Ned, the guy in the chair.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in season 2.
Nice. What about you, Mike? What storylines are taking your interest as we move forward in the next season?
Pretty much all the same that people have been saying, but there's always Dr. Connors to become a giant lizard.
The lizard in the room.
Yep, the lizard in the room. There was animals. There was animals. Are they going to experiment on animals? Especially with the symbiotes. Oh, there you go. And also Chow is also in the comics as well, but they probably won't do his story. Depending on what the rights are for the Hulk. Anyway. Can't wait for season 2 coming out in next year, they say.
Indeed. All right. Well, my brain is shutting down, so it's getting late. Yep. Unless we have any final thoughts, I think we've kind of covered all the major stuff, right?
The one thing I will mention is just quickly, I love the way that they do the panels for certain shots, and especially when they're doing fight sequences. That one shot where they had Lonnie and Spider-Man teaming up, and then they did half their face, like extreme close up.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love that. That was really cool. It's like one of those things that you could print that, put it on the wall, frame it, it'd look awesome.
Put it on a shirt.
Put it on a shirt.
Stick it on a shirt.
Yeah. That's all I want to say. It's great. It's a great series. Just the animation is just amazing. Yeah,
absolutely is. Really, really glad we decided to watch it and discuss it on the podcast. It's really been really good, and now we'll get to watch season 2 when it comes out. Next year. I'm guessing it's next year at this point, considering this came out the start of this year. Yeah. So we will see. But until then, that has been our thoughts on Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the last 2 episodes. The last one's called If This Be My Destiny, because I've been looking on IMDb and I've forgotten. It's called Hero Menace. Hero Menace. I went down a rabbit hole looking at the IMDb of the episodes. Hero Menace, episode 9, episode 10. If this be my destiny, the end of season 1.
That's a J. Jonah Jameson reference. Are we getting J. Jonah? Come on, get J. Jonah and get bloody that guy, J.K. Simmons. He's in every universe.
Yes. J. Jonah Jameson in every universe, exactly.
Yeah.
Get him in on it. Get him in on it, yes.
Yeah, get him so you can hire Peter, then fire him.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
Oh, I need you. You're hired. Can I get a raise?
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
He's iconic. He's iconic in that role in those movies. It's just great.
If I ever meet him, I just want one request. Please yell at me.
I think a lot of people are gonna ask that.
Yeah, but then it's like, do you want him to yell at you as J. Jonah Jameson or the douchebag from Whiplash? Which character?
Oh,
Whiplash. Not my tempo. You
no,
want
not my fucking time.
Amazing. I love that. I love that, Mike. That's fantastic. All right. On that note, let's end the pod, shall we?
Yeah.
Sure.
Popcorn culture's done. The pod is done. Let's get out of here. 1, 2, 3. And
that was a podcast called Fred.
Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky for the latest Fred content.
If you'd like to listen to Freddy Alien, you can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts.
If you'd like to watch Fred the Alien, you can head over to youtube.com/Fred the Alien Productions. And if you're watching us right now, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified of future content. And if you're watching us live over on Twitch, make sure to give us a follow on the way out. Twitch.tv/Fred the Alien Twitch.
I've been a Kendall Richardson.
I've been a Fulya and Michael.
And I'm your friendly neighborhood lister, Michael.
and you've just experienced a podcast called Fred.
The late night delirium edition. Remember to eat beef.
Remember, Freddy lives, Loki dies, the Doctor is in, and there's no time for Firefly. That's what I say.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me pictures of Spider-Man. There you go.
Remember to look after yourself and your mental health.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Laters, Gators.
And scene.
ASMR.